my name is Joanna and this is my first terrible YouTube video. Look at that. Forgive the train. Hold on. Hello, thank you for joining me. My name is Joanna and this is my first terrible YouTube video. I am so happy you are here. I would like to introduce myself by telling you that I have spent my 30s so far, I will be 38 in a couple months, being bad at things. And that has been a rude awakening for me, I will be perfectly honest, because I was good at school. And if you are blessed with that curse as well, you know that it can kind of lull you into a false sense of security in your childhood and in your 20s. The skills that will help you to be successful in school typically translate from grade school into college. If you go to grad school, they also translate into grad school. And it's a fairly straightforward set of rules. You do the good things and you get the good feedback and you're in the honor society and you get the good grades, and it's all very straightforward, and it's gives you a lot of gratification, a lot of satisfaction, a lot of positive feedback. And unfortunately, some of us then enter the real world and start to experience being bad at things for the first time, like really in earnest, you know. And the funny thing is, to be perfectly honest, we're not even that bad at them. It just feels like it if you've been like a high achiever, academically successful. It just feels like suddenly you're in this world where you're bad at everything. So my experience was I graduated with my master's degree when I was 29, and I got my first big girl job working in healthcare, and it was a dream job. Especially in something like healthcare that's very hands-on. You go from having all this book learning where you get good feedback with good grades to doing all this hands-on work where, first of all, the feedback isn't necessarily as forthcoming. You're not getting that immediate good validation. And also it's just a totally different animal. So you start off feeling like you're not very good at it. And of course there's a learning curve, but you still are almost starting back at zero. Whereas you were like at the top of your game, whether you were, you know, graduating college or getting your master's degree, or if you got a doctorate, you're feeling good. You're feeling good. And then you get out in the real world and it's like, oh, I'm just a schmuck. So that was kind of my experience. And right about the time that I was starting to feel really good about my skills, about 2.5 years into this great job, I had my first baby. And so then I got to experience being bad at being a parent. Not that I was a bad parent, not that any of you are bad parents, but when you first start out, you don't know how to juggle all of these things. You've never done it before. So there are so many skills to learn, and it's like sink or swim. It's a school of hard knocks for sure. So I got to be bad at that, and I ended up not going back. I was working at an outpatient clinic, and I switched to doing home health. And so then I got to be bad at home health because I'd never done that before. So I'm learning how to be a mom. I'm being bad at home health because I'm on the learning curve for that now. And a few years into that, I decided to kind of swivel my career again, and I actually started teaching college. So I got to be bad at teaching college. Around the same time, I got pregnant with my second baby. And so then I had her, and I got to be bad at being a mom with 2 kids and trying to juggle that. And for some reason, your girl is a glutton for punishment here. And I've decided that I want to keep being bad at things because I realized that as uncomfortable as it has been in my 30s, being bad at all these things, the feeling that I have had moving through all these multiple learning curves has not really been an accurate depiction of what's happening in reality, because what's happening in reality is I am growing as a person. I am learning so much through these periods of discomfort. I am developing more well-rounded skills as a human, as in the way I interact and communicate with people, and the way that I care for and love my family, in my understanding of my field that I work in. I have such better perspective, and all of that has come from being bad at things. And so I want to offer a little encouragement. If you're in a season where you feel like you're just being bad at things, there's probably more going on and more good going on than you realize. And also, this is my official confession that I want to be bad at making YouTube videos. So here we are. Thank you if you have watched this far, and we'll see how far this goes. I'm ready to start being bad at something else, to be bad at communicating my ideas on the internet. But maybe if you're watching, you're someone who can relate, who is in a season of being bad at things in life. If you are, we could all use some camaraderie in these kinds of seasons. So please feel free to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and if you are still watching but really not impressed, maybe circle back around in a few months and see if I've gotten any better. Just come find out. And the other people who don't care, they're not watching anymore. But thank you so much for spending these minutes with me, and I hope to see you back here soon for another mediocre YouTube video. You're the best.
Is this thing on? Oh, yes, it's on.
Oh, we're recording, cool.